Congratulations, Luxy, for getting that. And of course, there's so many fans back at home cheering for you guys. So do you have anything to say to all the fans back in Indonesia?
Terima kasih untuk semua yang udah dukung tim Indonesia, terutama tim Bigetron. Terima kasih yang udah nonton dan yang untuk yang menyaksikan.
Alright, so Indonesia, gospel.
Gaspol.
Alright, thank you so much, Luxy, for your time. So we're gonna wish you guys the best of luck for the rest of the game, so you may go ahead and have a couple of minutes break. Alright, so thank you so much. That was Captain Luxy giving us a great interview. Now, let's head over to our right, my right to be specific, as we slowly break down the action that we have for game number 1. Now, starting off, we're going to look at the flight path into Vikendi, because this flight started off from the top side of port heading to the side of Kantra. So this leaves a lot of options on the table for most of these teams, but revealing with the first circle, there are already so many teams that's on the northern end. Well, some teams do have a little bit of a struggle in terms of rotation. Now we have a look. Purple Moon is coming from the furthest point, so they have to go through a whole lot of teams. And in the early battles, there's a lot of pickoffs that's going on. And the first team that got picked off is none other than Vivo Esports. They didn't. Later on, Illuminate the Murder managed to find the captain of freaking Zoo as well. So pickoffs after pickoffs, while two members of the side of Evo's Esports might have dropped out, but they still managed to get their way into the secret passage across Pavasto. Now heading towards the mid game, we see the circle leaning towards the side of Mount Krasnich for the King of the Hill battle. Now, I'm gonna zoom in towards or making their way up, but Bigatron has always been inside of the circle all the time. Box Gaming had to march upwards as well. They were just by the corners, and X-Force, they have to deal with Orange, Esports, CG, and RQ had to cut across in towards the top side. And we see Lynx doing that sort of rotation. They have two members getting caught out by Orange CG, and we gotta pay attention to Orange CG much later on, because we saw some and they managed to actually get a really good bird's eye view towards Illuminate the Murder, and over on the other back, and they already known that Brumadi is over on the other edge, and they've been lobbing nades after nades trying to catch them off. Now, this is where things get really interesting, as Lynx managed to actually push. He also took down Box Gaming, wiping them all clean. Now, I'm gonna hop in towards the later phases of the game, as we saw VIP Squad having some really great angles. They've already got some great angles towards the side of X-Force with Zuxi on the top side. Illuminate the Monitor has to push over on the end as well. G9 was on top of the hill. He has to force his way downwards, but Luxy managed to actually spot out the members of VIP Squad. Therefore, they got that upper hand going in towards this matchup. And let's have a look into some of all these fights towards the late game, as Ryzen goes in just gun. He did survive pretty long to make it in towards the top 3. And we're looking at Bigatron here. They've got so many of these members still alive towards the end. He still managed to win in for those snipes, and it leaves only X-Force behind. And X-Men tried to heal himself up with only 8 packs left, and that was all that they could. Is all from me, Contra, as I will sign off for now for match number 1. Until then, we're gonna get ready for game number 2. So make sure you guys tune in to PMCO Fall Split 2019.
kill. Zico
Zico's
is
got
coming on
9.
the one. Oh, they managed to kill themselves out. This is gonna be an amazing heal off.
Oh no, look at Zico go. 1 second will have taken him out, and Alex down to only 3 packs
if
left.
numbers go, Zico will actually. But no, Luxy will get the 1 kill on this online 24. Now Stone, only remaining member left. Megatron, they want to save Ryzen. He doesn't
He
have
got
enough.
no health
He's like,
back.
oh, outside there. One more thing, and he
No.
might just bleed out. Luxy, what are you doing? He's trying to survive right within the zone. He's trying to
can't
survive
do
right
it.
in the wall. He's got a mad kids. How can he play? No, I don't believe it. He might not be able to make it. And Stone will.
Letting the in the middle of nothing, and Jumper already having a couple of nades prime added as well. Ryzen will be able to secure a
Look at
kill
Leon.
over Yakuza, and VIP Squad slowly losing out, and now Orange will drop as well. It's between Yudu Gang as well as Bigatron.
Yeah, and we're down to tier we for mid-mile. We have iShot taking in, and looks like we have Michael, but who wants to close out this match? It could be GG.
Only 2 left, and Mega Esports, Mega Conquerors are having 3-man strong, trying to hunt down for Ryu all alone. Where can he possibly be? I think they know the answer, and they are just marching right in. Bump will be spotted out, and there goes the